You are listening to 600-Second Saga. Today's feature is Letting Go by Alex Shvartsman. Her expression tells you everything, even before she speaks, and your world comes undone. Then she confirms it. She tells you that her mission is a go. She is so excited. Her face is radiant with possibility, and her eyes sparkle with the light of distant stars. You manage a smile, and it is the hardest thing you've ever had to endure. Love requires many sacrifices, which you offer gladly and without hesitation. The most difficult among them, the one that shatters your heart into a million aching shards, is letting go. She will be gone for 16 years, but only 2 years will have passed aboard the ship. When she returns to Earth, she will be in her early 30s. Even if her love for you survives a 2-year journey, how can it possibly endure the homecoming? When she returns, you'll be biologically 20 years her senior. 4 months later, you say goodbye. She tells you that it's going to be all right. You try your best to believe her. You hug her fiercely and inhale her perfume, trying to commit this moment to memory. From the way her long hair feels under your fingertips, to the smell of lilac and jasmine. And then you let go. The next year is a string of smaller sacrifices. You leave your job at the university because they won't fund your research. You work 18 hours a day and live off your savings. In the end, it's all worth it. You prove that time travel is possible, but only going forward. Because it amuses you, and more importantly, because you know it would make her laugh. You design the time machine prototype to look like a blue phone booth. It will take years to calibrate the equipment to allow for jumps to a precise date. As is, you can travel approximately 15 years into the future. The exact date doesn't matter. You can be together again. You imagine the two of you on the cover of Nature, the cover of Time. The first time traveler and the first interstellar astronaut, the power couple of science. And still young enough to reap the rewards of your success. You do your best to settle all your affairs in the way only a dying person might. You make certain that the house is kept within your family, that the lab remains undisturbed until you return. There are more sacrifices. You say goodbye to your elderly parents, knowing that it's likely the last time you'll see them. You will not get to watch your 12-year-old nephew grow up. All this for a leap of faith. A ride forward in time that's as likely to work as it is to kill you. It's a chance you'll take gladly for her. The ride is anticlimactic. You touch the screen to activate the machine, and it whirs to life. But you feel nothing. It's only when you open the door that you know it worked. Everything in your basement lab looks and feels disused. The papers on your desk are yellowed with age. Your equipment has been boxed up and is stored in the corner. Some of your parents' old furniture takes up much of the room. An old mattress is propped against the wall by a baby crib. Your lab has become a storage room. You hear footsteps on the floor above. Hello? You call out, and a man in his 30s comes downstairs. You barely recognize your nephew. He recognizes you too. Oh my God, we thought you were dead. It's been 20 years. He rushes over. Your invention overshot its target by 5 years, but it worked. You blurt out the only question that matters. He avoids eye contact as he tells you that she returned safely. Then he hugs you. You break the embrace as soon as it's polite to do so. You look closer, noting his wedding band and boxes of diapers in the corner. All you can think about is the faint scent of lilac and jasmine on the collar of his shirt. When he offers to call her downstairs, you stop him. 16 years may not be too long to wait for your lover to return, but 4 years is time enough to mourn when they think you're dead. And your nephew, who grew up to look a lot like you, would have been there to console her. Your voice cracks as you make him promise to never tell her you were here. You love her too much to make her doubt or even regret her choices. So you let her go. One last time. Then you get back in the time machine and journey forward as far as it'll take you. This was Letting Go by Alex Shvartsman. Letting Go first appeared in Daily Science Fiction. Check our show notes for links. Alex is a writer, translator, and game designer from Brooklyn, New York. Over 90 of his short stories have appeared in Nature, Galaxy's Edge, Intergalactic Medicine Show, and many other magazines and anthologies. He won the 2014 WSFA Small Press Award for Short Fiction and was a 2-time finalist for the Canopus Award for Excellence in Interstellar Fiction in 2015 and 2017. He is the editor of the Unidentified Funny Objects annual anthology series of humorous SFF. His collection Explaining Cthulhu to Grandma and Other Stories, and his steampunk humor novella H.G. Wells' Secret Agent were both published in 2015. His website is alexshvartsman.com. Check our show notes for links. Music is provided by Mads. Learn more about 600 Second Saga, our authors, how to submit your flash fiction, and how to support the podcast in the show notes. This has been Mariah Avix and 600 Second Saga.